Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Mike O'Mara Show at Ventura, Florida. Aventura.
Take
it,
call it
replace
Ventura.
it. Santee, South Carolina. Wapakoneta, Ohio. Sloan, Nevada. Auburn, Washington. Wheeling, New York. Aventura.
Aventura.
Where is that? Next to your father's place?
Actually, I put it in for myself because I listened to the show.
Of course you put it in. That's how you do most of them now. You make it up, but that's okay. I just need to know
No,
how to
I
pronounce
listened to the show in Aventura, Florida.
What's with the hostility?
Yeah.
Aventura. I don't like not being able to pronounce things. Because I want to say Aventura.
Well, that sounds more exciting, but it's Aventura.
Aventura.
Yeah.
The Mike O'Mara Show is
You'll
on
have
the air.
next time we do cities, you'll have new names, so that's good.
Hostility is taping late because I made a commitment to something that I shouldn't have made a commitment to, and then running around. I am Mr. Mom. I can no longer play golf. It's 2023, and I am. It might be time for really a very, very quick adjustment upward with the meds.
Oh.
That's really what it might have to be, I think. But I don't want to do that. I like keeping my
Your edge.
my numbers low. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, but the back is the back, and getting a little annoying, and getting drugs to combat the myriad of health issues that I have, and then getting calls from lazy people at front desk that don't make an appointment when you're leaving, and then call you the night before and say, we have something to open up, and then don't come back to reschedule when you don't take that appointment. It's just, at the end of the month, I usually button up all of my just plethora of health issues in December.
Yeah.
Get a physical, go get things checked out.
That's
go
smart.
To the dentist,
Yeah.
do all that stuff. And it's just been a goat F for the last couple of weeks. But when I compare myself to other people, I'm blessed. I'm very happy. I had one of the best holiday seasons that I can remember. Just joyous. Absolutely.
That's great
from
news.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
all the way through,
Yeah.
especially New Year's, was fantastic.
Aw,
Just
that's
enjoyed
nice.
every minute of it. Was really thrilled with my little man and my wife, who is just going gangbusters and doing what. So I've got nothing to complain about except my body. All the body that make no mistake, I have ruined to a degree.
Yeah.
And
I disagree. I
What?
disagree that you've ruined your own body.
You do.
I watched. I
You
finally
think
caught
other
up.
people have done
I
it?
caught up on this past week's 60 Minutes. 'Cause that's what you do when you arrive from Los Angeles after a cross-country flight. Is
Sure.
you say,
Yes.
let me get back into my routine.
Yeah,
I didn't watch 60 Minutes this past week,
throws you off.
and I watched that story, and it might be an old 60 Minutes. Who
Sometimes
knows?
I'll look at the headlines and I'll skip. I'm trying to think if I watched it this
Like,
week.
sometimes it's best of Croft when they do it. It's a rerun. They cobble together old
They
stories.
had
I
one
don't
about-
think this was.
Wegovy and Ozempic.
Those hot new drugs.
The fat meds. The fat one shot a week will lose you 15 to 20 pounds. No big deal. And how big pharma and big government has been kind of firewalling each other from giving this known medicine to all the roly-polies, including my mom, forever. And how it looks like the tide is turning on who should get these meds, because the argument would be, look, telling someone that exercise and counting calories, all that is great. But if someone's diabetic, they're going to need this Ozempic, because you need that's going to get you at least closer to where you need to be, along with diet and exercise.
So the Ozempic, it lowers. Does it also lower blood sugar as
yes,
well
it does
as
the same thing as that Wegovy. It's just
A lot of these
Oh, but it has the
medicines
weight
do.
loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
The big ones are your Mounjaro, your Ozempic. And
each of them have weight loss.
Okay.
by the way, I should mention that when I went to the fat doctor to finally get this medicine.
You mean that
which
old stand-up comedian?
the fat doctor. When I went to this,
PH.
I finally I walked in and they didn't have it. It's going to be in next week, of course. After all that BS, after all the money, after initialing more disclaimers than I have ever initialed in a doctor's office.
Yeah.
But I don't care. Because, and let me tell you why I don't care. I don't care because, yeah, am I a roly-poly? I am. But do I want this for my health as well as weight loss, which are tied together? Yes. And I qualify as someone who needs the medication. And I shouldn't have to pay what I'm paying to get it, especially when I've got a doctor across the hallway.
You're also diabetic, right? So it's not a vanity drug if you're diabetic.
But I also understand your frustration, Mike, because when I was discharged from the hospital last March, they gave me a laundry list of all the things I needed to do immediately as soon as I got home, because in the hospital, they give you your pills, they give you your shot, they take your blood sugar, all this stuff is important. And then I got home and no one had the insulin that I needed. And it was like...
Which is infinitely more important than the drugs we're talking about.
Right.
Now.
And but you go from everyone walking you through the imperative nature of sticking to your medical routine.
You have to do this.
And then you're set free. And
your $1 million a month insulin.
And your $1 million a month, and no one has it. Maybe they say Harris Teeter. You can check there.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
right.
and so it's always screwed up.
I'm going to go a step farther here.
Okay.
But these are the two latest headlines, by the way. And 60 Minutes, as soon as they come calling, people start moving.
Yep.
Good.
Because
tell me, because I'm in the dark about all this.
At the end of this story yesterday, it's like, we just received a letter from this one lady that was advocating to get this drug, approved for her.
Yeah.
Worked for the state of Rhode Island, and the state of Rhode Island was like, no, we can't do this. There's a vanity drug, blah, blah, blah. Boom. 60 Minutes makes a call. Boom. They get a call. Hey, we've decided in 2023 to start approving these. Tell
them to call Florida Blue.
FDA.
Scott Pelley calls up.
This is off. This is the top headline right now of Google News, and I put in Wegovy. It says FDA approves Wegovy for obesity in teens 12 and up. So if you're a fat kid, or you got a fat kid at home, or a fat grandson, whatever you got, talk to your doctor about that.
Is that the third one? Because that's one I'm not familiar with.
That's the same manufacturer Ozempic makes Wegovy.
Okay.
So it's
Where was Wegovy when I was 13?
Weight loss drug Wegovy available to retail pharmacies nationwide after shortages 1 day ago. Boom.
So 60 Minutes thing. I got to go back and watch that now. God, how did I miss that? Well, I was watching football probably. Yeah. So it's been crazy, and I just get frustrated. But it doesn't take me. You never know when you're going to find a laugh. And I will not mention any names here, but this is an interesting story, and I'm going to relay it. As I told the individual, no names, no lies, but I will share this particular story because last night we took my son to a football practice, and as we came back into the community with my new 1,850 calorie a day regimen, I was done eating for the day. But my son, after a rousing hour-long running all over the field practice, was a little hungry. And we see in our community once a week we get a food truck that comes into our neighborhood, and we were excited about it. And we pull up to the big food truck, and we're just hanging out waiting for him to get his. He wanted mac and cheese, which
on a food truck,
and it only took about 45 minutes, which is great. So anyway, we're talking to this guy, and we're talking about dogs. And he is talking about a dog that he had, a new puppy, Chihuahua, that he had gotten.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, okay. So, we had one. We have two. We had two, but the one passed away. And then he started to tell a story. And, of course, when you're hearing somebody talk about their animals, especially an animal they've had for over a decade, 15 years in the case of this Chihuahua, you feel sympathy. And slowly this sympathy story became, I don't want to offend you. If you're a dog lover, if you enjoy,
we all are dog lovers.
Yeah, we all have
all
dogs.
dog lovers.
Yeah,
but I have to
There's
tell you,
a dog in the studio as we speak.
This story began to get funny to the point of I had to share it. I had to comment. So here's how it goes: 15-year-old Chihuahua, and the dog is starting to slow down dramatically to the point where there is concern, to the point where the dog stops moving. The dog is awake, but the dog is not doing what it used to do, and the dog can, is panting, struggling a little bit.
Oh, no.
They make
It's
a
known as
determination.
the Spiewak era of the dog.
This dog, if you look at the the lifespan of Chihuahuas, it's at the end of its lifespan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is, I believe, in February that this is going on. And my friend, along with his daughters and his family, they take the dog to the vet, fearing the worst but preparing for it, which, of course, would be putting the dog down.
Sure.
And when they get to the vet does a workup on the dog, and it is, in fact, a cardiac situation where the heart's just not responding, but
Not going with him.
The vet comes out and says, we can make it, we can prolong that life a little bit. The dog is at the end of its lifespan, but we've got a process that we can do, and he mentions about 9 or 10 things to do to this dog.
Wow.
And he says, and it'll be $4,800. So, like a lot of pet owners who love their pets, if it's a question of that kind of money and you're at the end of the dog's life, you want to be prudent about what you do.
Sure,
and,
sure.
And they're not guaranteeing that this is going to be blah blah. It goes on and on.
Yeah.
He says at this point they make the determination. This is on a Friday, by the way, where they're concerned about the dog.
Mm-hmm.
They've waited about 2 hours.
Okay.
In the vet, crying, feeling
Oh,
sorry,
no.
feeling bad. 2 hours goes by, and he basically says, "Well, it's $4,800. It's the dog. I just don't think. I think we're going to have to make the tough decision." Well, there's no one here. It's Friday night. There's no one here to do that. The bad thing, when it comes to the dog.
But they could take the $4,800. They just
could
can't
take
put the dog down.
$4,800. They just can't.
Yeah.
No one around to do that, even though they're all emotionally prepared for it. Okay.
Very small pillow.
This is
Pony.
Don't
What
pony.
is wrong with
Don't
you?
read
Sorry.
ahead.
Jesus.
Don't read ahead.
Gotta come
Please
back.
don't read ahead.
For a goddamn dead
So-
dog story.
I know. Okay.
Get Don on the phone.
They've already gotten the whole families in the mindset of what's going on with this.
Yeah.
And my buddy, who may or may not be a rocket scientist, decides they're going to go home, and he's upset. The dog is still extremely lethargic.
Are they taking the dog with them back home?
They're taking the dog back home because
Why pay rent?
they want to be with the dog if something. And he determines on his way home that he has some prescription medications that he took for, maybe it was a knee injury,
Yeah.
or something a long time
This
ago.
is a true story, by the way.
This is a true story.
Oh, my God.
And I'm not giving any names. I don't want to get any
Jesus
anybody in trouble.
Christ.
But he starts to say that, and I start to chuckle. I
Yeah.
said, no. The way it works is this. My friend on the way home decides they don't want to wait till Monday for this situation if the dog is struggling, and they're not going to for 3 or 4 weeks. They're not going to go through the $4,800.
Right.
By the way, that's the down payment on a lease.
Yeah.
From the commercials I've seen.
Yeah.
he
I've done it for a
says-
cat. It's
Yeah.
you know what? Unrewarding, Mike. Meaningless.
On his way home, he says, I got that medication. They get home, and my friend decides that he will administer to the dog a medication that he hopes the dog will ingest and fall asleep. I'm trying to be as delicate as I can.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Like a
and then
nap
that
or
will
a
be
forever
it'll-
nap?
A forever nap.
Oh,
Yeah.
this guy, Dr. Kevorkian.
I wasn't going to say
What
it.
the hell?
And you said it.
Yeah.
I was in my, I self-edit when I'm telling these stories.
He said
and,
no names, Oscar.
We all. So anywho, he said he goes home, grinds up a bunch of this medication he has. I didn't get the specific medication, but
Like
it
this
certainly
is
wasn't
Breaking
Tylenol.
Bad?
Yeah.
What is happening?
So he does this, grinds it up, and puts whipped cream
Dogs
in
love
the dog's
it. Yeah.
dish.
Dogs
The
love
dog
whipped cream.
devours the whipped cream. And this is February, I said. The dog, an hour or two goes by. They're looking at the dog. Why isn't the dog, closing its eyes? Why? By the way, the dog is sedentary.
Yes.
And after about 2.5 hours, he looks at the dog, and the dog springs up and begins to run.
It's a miracle.
Because it starts running around the house, yapping,
Yes.
like Chihuahuas are wont to do.
Yeah.
And he is beside himself. But at this point, the determination is made. He's not going to go for a second try because obviously this is working. However, the dog, at least on the surface, visually appears to have turned some kind of corner.
Yes.
Well, Heisenberg's cocktail probably helped out with his overall pain, like joint pain, arthritis.
Yes.
Who knows?
I am next to the food truck with my hands on my knees laughing at this.
You have to.
Hearing this story.
Yes.
He takes the dog Monday back to the vet. The vet examines the
Different guy.
Said, well, he's at the end of his lifespan, but everything seems to be okay for now. And the dog.
No cardiac issues anymore?
February, March,
Yeah, it's been
April,
11
May,
months.
June, July, October. At the end of October, right before Halloween.
Okay.
They, check that. The end of September.
All right.
When we had Hurricane Ian.
Yeah.
They stayed at home. They were the people that hunkered down here. The dog, the little Chihuahua, was in the crate. They woke up in the middle of the storm to take the dogs out. Went to the Chihuahua's crate, and the Chihuahuas had passed.
He passed. Natural cause.
Natural
Or
causes.
was it murder?
No, it was not.
Murder.
But look, I think the moral of the story is: do not attempt this at home.
No.
Also, always go to two mechanics.
Yeah, go to two mechanics and see what's
Yeah,
going
two
on.
doctors.
Second opinion,
old
yeah.
Frank, Frankifer, probably 12, 13 right now. So we're just we're watching and seeing what's going on. But I thought it was a lovely story.
It
He
is.
told it so well,
Mike,
with very little enthusiasm.
I'd like to play a tape, if I may, for your friend at the food truck. If
Okay,
it's
very
okay.
good. Please do.
Now, we're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets
Perfect
and a
tip in,
situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio. And here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's go start
Casey's going to
again.
get mad now.
Yes.
From coming out of the record.
He
Play
didn't
the
want to have
record,
an
okay?
up-tempo record.
Please.
He's not happy.
No.
You haven't heard this for a while.
See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions. And then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but goddamn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone?
Okay.
Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week.
Can you stop for a second?
Last
Of course.
goddamn...
Okay, I've never analyzed this tape. I've just enjoyed it.
Sure.
I've enjoyed the rave out. But technically, I have a bone to pick with the late Casey Kasem. I have to say that if you are going to be editing a death dedication,
Yes.
coming out of an up-tempo record
Yeah.
is perfectly acceptable. Going into an up-tempo record
I agree.
is what you don't want to have anything to do. You, the performer, are responsible coming out of it. So anyway, that's all. Casey's still very, very angry.
And also,
right
he
now.
says someone dying.
Yeah,
and I have a problem with
This
that.
one has been building.
Somebody be dying. Yeah, there's other
yeah,
things
he's
at
mad
play.
at a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. He's got pictures he needed to see. Let's
death
listen.
dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. This is last goddamn time. I want somebody to use his fucking brain to not come out of a goddamn record that is that's up tempo, and I got to talk about a fucking dog dying.
There you go.
No.
Casey.
No, Casey I'm telling you, he was surrounded by rubes at times.
Yeah, but there was a lot at play
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Because I believe, and it's Mike. I don't want to, draw any parallels here, but I know for a fact the record he came out of was a Pointer Sisters record. So it's full circle.
Wow.
It is.
Was it really?
It was. Are
you serious?
Yeah, I heard the real deal.
I think in the audio vault in years past, I have played the one that made Heir, where he actually did come out of a Pointer Sisters record and do it and get it right. Yeah.
Oh,
for Snuggles.
incredible.
For Snuggles, a little dog named Snuggles.
Named Snuggles.
Yeah.
But by the way, when you're doing that and you're the guy, it's, we can all speak to that. You know, you're the guy and tensions run high. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what kind of performance you're doing it. You're the one that's going to have a meltdown occasionally because it's your ass out there in front of it.
And also, it used to be a huge time thing to get it done because remember, for years, up until the 90s, the Casey Kasem show was pressed to vinyl and shipped, physically shipped to radio stations.
Not just vinyl, but CDs. And, I remember seeing Casey's show as a young guy on a CD for radio stations to play.
But up until the early 90s, it was on vinyl. And keep in mind, CDs can be burned fast.
Yeah.
Vinyl pressing is a big deal. So they were really
How would they turn them around weekly?
They would just do it. They had to do it.
There was a lot of that. I ran God Squad at my first radio show where there were a couple of shows that they would send weekly on a vinyl record, which I am nostalgic for. I've been watching that show, George and Tammy, and part of their credits is the pressing of vinyl records that they show, which is fascinating. By the way, if you get a chance, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed again. I hate to say it, but I'm George and Tammy. If you want to go, it's just Showtime program. You probably get it on any other platform. Consultant was Georgetta, I think, or Georgette Jones, the daughter, the only daughter of Tammy.
She has the same voice as her dad, though, right?
He said, "I'll love you till I die." It has made me appreciate two things. It has made me appreciate how the 70s and 80s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and the complete saturation of the drug culture influenced so many people negatively, how horrible it was for people. And it has also made me reflect on my real appreciation for that singer and also realize what a horrible human being he was. I mean,
do you think, and I don't know if that you can
demons that you would just beyond Elvis demons.
I wonder if it is something you can, sort of gather from watching the show, or if you have an opinion. Do you think the demons were caused by the booze, or did the demons cause him to seek out the booze and the pills?
The latter.
Okay, so
Definitely
he was already a haunted soul.
Three things at play here: the incredible story,
right?
Good storytelling, because Jessica Chastain and Michael Shannon look nothing like George and Tammy, really. When you think about it.
No, but Jessica, he kind of conveys it somehow. I don't know how he does it.
Which is, I think, more important because he was more of the gritty-looking guy.
Yeah.
She and Tammy was an attractive woman, but Jessica Chastain is otherworldly in her beauty. I think she's one of the more beautiful women on film. In fact, I might have a little man crush when I'm watching it. Carla might have called me on it the other night when they were finishing a love scene.
It wouldn't be a man crush. It would just be a crush.
A crush, yes. A crush.
Man crush would be on Michael Shannon.
Michael, and no, my man crush. Who is my man crush on? I've got a new man crush. I'll figure it out. I'm not thinking about it right now. I'm thinking about Jessica Chastain.
Sure. It's hard to keep track of your men.
I just, it is.
It is stable.
Yeah. Well, you got the standards that everybody likes. Pitt, DiCaprio. But
Clooney.
It's really, and she got a Golden Globe nomination. Jessica Chastain did for this. So check it out if you get an opportunity. And Carla, please stop comparing me to George Jones. Please do that. I didn't do.
How did she catch you on fawning over Chastain?
It's the last night's episode, or the 2 nights ago. We watched it. We watched it on demand.
Okay.
And so I'm watching it, and there's a scene where they've gotten back together. They're on the road. They're touring. They're divorced, but they're touring together.
Right.
And they hop in the sack together. This is no spoiler. It doesn't matter. And she's getting ready to leave. And getting her clothes on, and I kind of side-eye her a little bit.
Okay.
And Carla kind of caught me doing that. So it was
You're just a man?
Yeah, you're just a man watching a TV show with your wife.
Flesh and blood.
Yeah, but I think she's something else. I liked her in
Molly's Game.
Molly's Game. I liked her in The Help, where she plays a wonderful character. I liked her in is it Zero Dark 30?
Yes.
Wasn't she in that one,
There's
too?
nothing like seeing her on, an Iraqi Was it? Where was it? Was she in Guantanamo? Where was she?
She's in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Probably.
I'm sorry.
You were very close.
I mean,
Yeah, one of those.
it was. Well,
What you need to
theaters
do,
of
Mike,
war.
what you need to do is find an actress to compare Carla to that you can be your sort of quid pro quo.
I think
If she's
that's-
comparing you to George Jones, who can you compare her to?
Carla.
Yeah.
Well, on appearances, I usually compare her to. Carla looks a little bit. I mean, a very little bit. She's part Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
Carla's
see
got
that.
a little of that in her, and
But you need to
otherwise,
be
I
a
don't
little
know.
more hateful with the comparison if you want it to work.
He loves his
so
wife.
a bad comparison.
Yeah.
Let me think. I'll have to get.
Why
back
would you
on
do
that.
this
That's
to
a
him?
taller.
Well, I mean, if he wants to, fight fire with
Okay, how
fire.
about
He
this?
wants other people to experience,
pain.
his misery.
Well,
But it's not based on
it
the
makes
fact
it
that
stronger.
based on the fact that she had that he had Carrie reach out to you.
Yes.
Shows that Carrie is still his mommy.
Yeah.
Which is really
he's admitted
a
he wants to be
great
mommy.
sign.
He wants to be mommy.
Of course he wants to be
Yeah.
mommy.
Yeah.
I
When
mean,
you
that-
say
Jessica's-
he
You.
has a name. I'm
Rob.
right here.
Rob
Rob
Spiewak.
wants
Yeah.
to be mommy.
I like when she takes care of things.
Of course, you like when everybody takes care of things.
Not everything. There's certain things I have to do.
Laundry.
Yeah, well, laundry she never gets right.
Your own meds.
She's doing everything else.
My meds, yeah, I have to do my meds. I have to take care of
Dishes.
that. I do a lot of the dishes, and especially
Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, God, you want to eat, don't you?
Organization in the house. Like if you were to pick who would be organizing the cabinetry in the kitchen, the products that go into the certain cabinet, that would be you.
Of course, it's me.
Of course, it would be you.
Yeah.
Anything organizational, feng shui of the entire home. Would I be accurate?
There are sometimes some argument, but I win because I'm right.
Yeah.
So far, I'm on quite a roll.
You are.
aren't I?
As a matter of fact, but the thing is that when all things under the umbrella of household are taken care of by two parties, the division is not, it doesn't have to be anything negative. It's just that stuff is getting done.
I'm not saying it necessarily is. You enjoy having certain. If you are not into doing something, you would much rather have somebody else do it.
But this
Like
is
most people,
This
right?
is true. This is true. And she for one thing, and this is the God's honest truth, Carrie loves travel arrangements. Lives it.
She actually
loves it.
does-
Likes to make the arrangement.
Loves
You
to do
never
it.
go with her though.
No, but she has arranged. She'll be going to New Orleans.
That's the first trip in like 2 years you're going with her.
No, we went for our anniversary. We went to a year and a half ago. We went to New York City, and I don't know if you've heard this, but there's a pandemic on.
She's traveled since then, multiple times.
Yeah, well, no, just once,
Where?
once to Los Angeles.
Los
right, let me-
Angeles,
let-
Phoenix,
oh.
California, Phoenix.
Oh, Phoenix! I forgot
yeah.
about that. Yeah.
You remember
Oh well,
the days.
I stand corrected. Yes.
Colorado.
You remember our radio days
Yes.
when I lived for.
Oh, you were the best at it.
But I also quite often would say, "Enjoy your trip, gentlemen," and I would make my own because they were so horrible because they would make them out of New York most times. wouldn't
Yes, a lot of times, and we had for a while. Mike, here's what's so funny. You and I have worked together so long. We actually started together when there was a travel agent,
they? There was a travel
Peggy
agent
Luggage.
in New York.
Yeah.
and she was horrible.
and she would do it in the scale of the old Don and Mike show. You had me up here as far as concern for travel arrangements,
Right, right.
and then there was a big gap, and then you had Rob and Don down here. But they were like, "Tell me where the flight is, and
Yeah,
that's fine."
they'll go.
Well,
And then below that,
yeah, I was gonna say,
you had Buzz.
there are times that
You
I
could tell Buzz. You could put Buzz. You could literally have put Buzz on a plane to Moscow. And until they made the announcement, welcome for our trip to Moscow. And even then, he might not look up.
No, and Mike, what the thing is that there would be times that I would be surprised if Buzz went to the right airport. If he went to Dulles and we were at National, it wouldn't have shocked me because there was no
Did
interest.
not have any interest in. He wanted to know when to be at the airport.
Yeah,
That's right.
But I remember I said, "What airliner?" I remember I said, to
He
him one
just
time,
wanted
"What
to
airline
follow.
are we flying?"
Just wanted to follow.
He was
That's all.
just following us walking to the gate with no regard, not knowing where the gate was, what the airline
There
was,
was
what time.
there was one time because of budget cuts, Oscar. We
Budget cuts?
We were going to
Oh,
the
man.
Super Bowl, which was always a That was always a hassle because all the flights are
It was
taken.
a hassle. People say, "Oh, you went to the Super Bowl 9
the
times,
worst.
9 times." I said, "It sucked.
It sucked.
It
But
always sucked."
It was a budget thing where they had to choose. Don and Mike had to choose whether I would go or Buzz would go, and they chose me, and Buzz got to stay home. But to sort of cover for it, they started a running joke at the airport because it was a taped show that we can't find Buzz,
Right.
and no one thought it out of the ordinary. Management at the station said, "Oh, I guess they just couldn't find Buzz because he wasn't there. He wasn't in Miami. He was in
Wandering
Fairfax.
around.
Yeah, he was wandering. And you know what? Somehow we pulled the show off.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. It was.
Well, it's
Crazy.
like
Haven't found him.
I'm looking at Jessica
Chastain.
Chastain.
Jessica Chastain.
Jessica Chastain.
She was great in The Martian. I forgot. She was one of the pilots.
Oh, that's right.
Interstellar.
Yeah, she's been in a lot
Yes,
of
She
movies.
works.
A ton
She works.
of movies.
And here's the thing about in this show, the George and Tammy show, there are a couple of scenes when you see her smoking, and she is they're different levels. There's fake smoking, which so many actors do,
Of course.
and it's very easy to see, and that's fine. I respect them with their health. Then there's the smoking where they're pretty good, they're pretty
Yep.
credible. Maybe they're taking, and then there's the Jessica Chastain smoking in George and Tammy, where she hooves it.
Yep.
Like the old school, like me after about 9 cocktails at
the-
2 o'clock
in the middle
morning,
of Wisconsin
where I would just go,
Avenue.
where you would see
I'll be right back.
the cheeks indent like,
Yep.
and then it would pour out the nose because you're just going. Yeah,
Then she deserves
big,
credit.
Deep inhale. Ah.
They deserve credit because you know what? If someone can't smoke and look credible doing it, I'd prefer them not.
Hey,
not have them smoke.
Is it crazy to think? I don't know if maybe I'm a rube for this, but I can't believe we actually smoked.
It's a crazy thing.
Like, and nobody thought twice about it.
The notion of it is crazy.
I wish I could share your feeling of that being crazy, but I would still tell you, if you ply me with enough adult beverages in any city in the country, I will. As a matter of fact, I guarantee you, even
In
with
New
my
Orleans?
modification of behavior with these new meds, warning, 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 warning. And then the one guy said, "Well, you know, if you want to," I said, "Okay, that's all I need. Thank you. You get me in that right circumstance, I'll be bumming on Bourbon
I'm
Street
past
in
it.
a
I'm
heartbeat."
past it. I can't do it anymore.
I
think
might
it's
not.
So
I might not.
disgusting.
It is
It is
really bad.
disgusting.
And you know what really cured
It
me?
repulses
Cigars.
Repulses you.
Repulses me.
You've had a long flight. You are entitled
Yeah,
to make
thank
all
you.
the errors. You're here.
Jeez.
That's all that really matters.
But I'm concerned if you don't smoke in New Orleans, how will Pony and I track you?
That's a good point.
Listen to the sound of Zydeco. If there's a Zydeco bar, I'll be in it.
No,
Oh,
it was
Zydeco.
it was the Vegas.
It was
tracking.
it was the Vegas
Yeah.
tracking.
Remember?
It was in the
Remind him,
Venetian
remind him.
that we needed to find you, and we went around to the slot machines, and Pony said, "This cigarette in this ashtray, it's still warm.
And
he
you're
can't
like, "That's
be
his
far.
brand."
That's his brand."
We're like tracking you.
We did find you.
Took a long time.
Yeah. Well,
I
that
would do
was
it, though.
that was a suicidal journey. That
Yeah.
7 days at the
Vegas,
Venetian.
we
Yeah.
almost died.
Yeah, it
was
almost killed us
insanity.
all.
And
Bad.
I've done one trip longer in Las Vegas.
How did you live?
It's the way I live.
Because
I'm lucky to
CES
be
is
alive.
happening right now.
Right?
Yeah.
And
It
I
was
remembered, I
fun.
said, "Oh my God, we almost died that trip."
So does that
It
mean
was-
that the Adult Film Awards are next week, or
They
were
moved
last
them
week?
completely.
Oh, okay,
They're
because
not
they used to
even-
be contingent.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah,
I don't know for
Oh,
sure.
they're actually they moved them. They're in Branson. They're in Branson, Missouri.
I think they moved. If I'm not
The Andy
mistaken,
Williams Moon River Theater.
I watched a TikTok that they moved them for like a gaming award thing.
Oh, okay, all right.
Which I guess maybe maybe CS is aging out of that one.
Could be.
Who knows?
You know,
be.
next week, or you know what? Maybe tomorrow.
I could be
Tomorrow
wrong.
on our bonus show.
Yeah.
Perhaps I would like to talk to our friend Oscar about the state of porn in America.
All right.
I do not
I-
consider myself an aficionado, but I will
Well,
tell you this. Yes, go ahead. Wait, let me just ask
Yeah,
my
please.
question for you. And this will be the subject. We'll do it tomorrow.
please.
all right. It'll be on the
We'll do
list.
it live.
Live.
I believe, in my humble opinion, two things are happening. Either my interest in things like that is, not what it used to be, or the quality is just declining.
Well, it's actually, Mike. It's a true business conundrum.
All right.
And
tomorrow.
and tomorrow I will break it down for you because all I see in my feed is like this evolution of media. Because if you remember, at one point it was DVD.
Yeah.
And
it was film back in the day. It was VHS
film
back
and VHS killed
Super 8.
killed the films, right? The adult films.
Yeah, VHS killed the films. It was beta.
Just as a teaser.
Right.
And then at one point, this industry was so massive and huge between Blu-ray and
high def
and
video.
high def DVD.
Yeah.
Like those two won out because one, the adult industry chose HD DVD.
Then they went to satellite.
Then they went to you could get it on demand.
No, they went to Blu-ray. They embraced Blu-ray.
I'm sorry, Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Whatever
But
it was.
after that, it was everybody starts grabbing it on satellite.
And then stream.
Yeah.
Right.
And now there's
streaming.
another disruptor in the business that is
hear about it tomorrow.
destroying
Really?
what we thought was the adult industry.
You see, I hate this because up till now, streaming I thought was a category.
No,
Okay, that's
only
thank you.
in
You're
your
so
perverted
disgusting.
world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Always something
Yes,
like that.
always fluids.
Always fluids.
It's always.
We'll never anything.
Yeah.
It's the way his
Mike,
mind works.
that's why I have to
Gross.
be hydrated all the time.
So nasty, gross. Anyway, that's it. We have to take a break. We will come back with the homepage.
Yay.
You are listening to the Mike O'Mara, and we'll get Oscar being a rube also on today's program. We'll be right back. I picked myself up a little soy milk latte and my wife a cafe grande at Starbucks. I hear through the speaker that it's the sing-songy guy.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day. My name's Trent. Welcome to Starbucks. What can I do you for, big guy?
Well, I think I'll have a venti soy milk latte.
Awesome. Can I get you a cake pop?
Would you like a cake pop?
Or how about I tell you about my favorite podcast?
Tell your friends, wake the kids, and phone the neighbors. Let them all know about your favorite podcast, The Mike O'Mara Show. It's TMOS's new listener initiative for 2023. Join the party. The more, the merrier.
Let your Trent flag fly, and that's fine.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. January means resolutions, fitness goals, and lifestyle changes. But if you really want to put the new you to the test, Harry's can help. Whether you want to go from Bigfoot to competitive swimmer or be the innovator who brings back the soul patch, nice! Harry's has the tools for your closest, cleanest shave ever. We all use Harry's because we all love Harry's. I have all their things. I have all the things.
Yeah, that's what the kids say nowadays.
I have all the things.
I have all
And
the
right
things,
now,
yeah.
the Truman Shave Trial Set, $15 value for just $3 at harrys.com/TMOS. It includes a 5-blade German-engineered razor, weighted handle foaming shave gel, and a travel cover. Plus, you can schedule replacement blade delivery whenever you need them with refills as low as $2 each. Harry's blades are made with their own factory. Their own factory in Germany, and they hold up better than any that you'll ever see. Guys who tried them say their 8th shave is as sharp as their first. In my case, my 15th.
Yes.
And Harry's is still offering a no-risk trial. Don't like your shave? No worries. It's on them. No matter how new your new you is, look sharp all year long with Harry's. Get a $15 Truman Shave Trial Set for just $3 at harrys.com/TMOS. That's harrys.com/TMOS for a $3 trial set. Do it. Rewrite that so I can read it for the love of God.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital
Bola.
device. It's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
Swear to God, sometimes I think he's like doing it just to deliberately.
No,
No,
you did
no.
a great job.
Friends.
You did a great job.
Ventura and Wakapuni.
You streamed right through it.
And Harry's thing.
Always
Prince
with you.
William and Prince Harry. I'm going to comment on this after I tell you this story.
All right.
It's all over the news. They once got into a physical altercation over Harry's relationship with Meghan Markle, but it was pretty one-sided. At least that's what Harry says in his upcoming autobiography. Now he's got an autobiography? After the interview and after the documentary,
Mike.
what's he do? We'll get to it. Let me just finish
Yes.
it, and then we'll discuss. It's called Spare. Harry says it happened at his London home in 2019 when William called Meghan difficult, rude, and abrasive. Harry accused William of just parroting the media narrative about Meghan, and the argument escalated to the point that William attacked his brother. Harry says, quote, he grabbed me by the collar, ripping my necklace, and he knocked me to the floor. I landed on the dog's bowl, which cracked under my back, the pieces cutting into me. I lay there for a moment, dazed, then got to my feet and told him to get out. William reportedly tried to get Harry to fight back, but he refused. Harry says William left, but then he returned, quote, looking regretful and apologized. Spare comes out next Tuesday. All right, what's the deal?
Mike, this was a true necklace-breaking moment, is what happened.
God.
I think the takeaway, by the way, their Netflix special, riveting, whether you're a fan or not. I got a chance to watch it over the break. The idea that this story is going to go away is, I mean, it's laughable because of the response to the Netflix series.
Okay.
I could see the publisher of this book saying, we have to capitalize on millions of people viewing the series.
Right.
Let's push up the release of the book right away because this feels early, Mike. You're right. You got to spread these gems apart.
Right.
So they pushed
and as far
it up.
as the Harry and Meghan thing, and Oscar will validate this, and I haven't watched all of it, but I watched the first one or two of them, and I will tell you that they do present a bit of a sympathetic front, but then after, when you let the dust settle on this documentary and you think about it, it's like, okay, you're born into this, it's lasted. I have a lot of respect for the monarchy over there as far as Queen Elizabeth and what she did for the people during adverse situations. If you want what Harry and Meghan want, go away. Go away.
They still have to make a living, though.
Yeah, but if that's the only way they can make a living, then earn it. And stay in the limelight as with your duties and do more good for people. But
it's more exciting
I
for
go
them.
back and forth.
But they just want to be influencers.
Yeah, it's more exciting for them to stay in the limelight, but on their terms. I think what's going on here is
that's a good point. Yeah.
What's going on here is that as long as we've been apart from Great Britain, America and the world has been fascinated with royalty and what goes on there.
When did we break up?
In 1776, there was a piece of paper. It was in all the papers.
Sit down, John.
But this is just the next phase of us being fascinated by the royals, and it's a way we've never done it before with a sort of a reality show kind of flavor to it.
It's our own celebrity. It's one of our own.
Yeah. So
I
Meghan
feel
Markle.
bad. I feel bad for William.
I
don't
feel bad
care.
for his hairline, that poor guy.
I don't. But that of course he's bald, and he's going to be cured. But William went through the same crap Harry went through. Mm-hmm. William is the heir to the throne. It's a different level of responsibility.
But he's not the spare.
But he's the
I just got what the meaning of the book is. Duh.
Charles is a nad.
He is a nad.
Charles is a nad.
Rob thought spare meant bowling.
I didn't know what it was. It just occurred to he's the spare king.
And the spare.
Okay, I got it now. I caught it on the third bounce.
Boy, I will
bowler.
tell you, it's just I think Prince Charles, this all comes from him.
Yeah.
And he could have avoided all this. And I still get back to the way he treated and the way that family treated Diana. It sucked.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
The parents. And Harry, I think there's got to be a tremendous amount of anger there. So what does that tell me? That tells me that William, who went through all the same crap, is keeping the old British stiff upper lip. And it's got to be very difficult because he's got that anger in him also. So I wish Harry would be a little bit better to his brother instead of getting on and talking about a brother fight, which, by the way, you get every American family from sea to shining sea and ask if there are multiple brothers in a house. If there's not a big altercation, you're not going to find any.
Exactly.
And this is when that's when Harry pisses me off. Oh, he broke my necklace, and I'm making all this money on Netflix, and I married the pretty girl who's on the TV show. Jesus. Pisses me off. I don't know. But then when I watch the documentary, I go back to Team Harry and Meghan.
Yeah, because you're like, well, they didn't protect us. And they said their job.
She was so disrespectful of. I just find it incredulous and hard to believe on any level that she was going into the monarchy and was that naive about certain elements like how you greet the queen. My ass.
That comes with age, Mike. It's this new world of like
trouble.
I'm on TikTok.
Trouble.
So
Yeah.
Well, the book is called Spare, the story of Harry
because
and Yoko.
you see, Oscar, he's the spare guy in case the other guy
thank you
can't
for
be the
explaining
king.
that to us. Appreciate it.
Walter White, Mr. White. Walter White isn't dead after all. He's returning for a Super Bowl commercial. I will promote a commercial if I feel it's
Too early.
doing it.
Too early, Mike. They're selling a commercial a month before the game.
Can you calm down, please, just a little
don't
bit?
be upset.
All right,
Celebrate.
things that agitate you.
I can't.
Frito-Lay's popcorners. That's what the commercial's for. Bryan Cranston shared a picture of himself as Walter holding a bag of chips with the caption, "Breaking soon." Hey, make all you want, okay? Your Honor.
Are you going to have your own soiree? Have you thought about it yet? Like
Super
last
Bowl
year?
party?
Yeah.
No, that'll be right in the middle of my kind of kick to take care of myself a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know,
Because we got to be on
calm
stage on the 15th, so.
Well, that's not why I'm doing it.
Oh,
I'm doing it so I don't
you could
die
want-
before the live
I definitely
show.
want to work out because of that. I don't want to be.
Watch the big game at the gym. They have TVs
Great.
everywhere.
Okay. Bryan Cranston shared a picture of himself as Walter. Super Bowl 57 airs on Sunday, Feb 12th. I'm trying to get through this news. God damn it. Super Bowl 57 airs on Sunday, February 12th on Fox. The game takes place at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, with Rihanna headlining the halftime show. Cranston won 4 Emmys for playing Walter White on Breaking Bad. Yeah, we know that.
I think Rihanna's gonna do a great job. I'm excited. For
I'd
that.
rather see Rihanna in the commercial and have Walter White do the halftime show.
I'd rather see Fred rerun Barry.
Oh, Mike, too soon.
Thank you. There's no cure for the common cold, and there's no cure for coronavirus, but there might be a cure for the flu, and it involves pressing a potato against your foot. This is not science. This is TikTok.
Of course.
A video is going viral, much like ours is. We have to talk about that today, too. A video going viral where a woman shares a flu remedy. You take a potato, you cut it in half, and then slice off 2 pieces. So if you're slicing off 2 pieces, do you really have to cut it in half? You can maybe just chop off one end.
Well,
of it
you
and
want the
then
big.
cut
You
2.
probably want the biggest part of the potato in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
But are you sure about that?
No, I'm not sure of anything anymore.
You press the potato slices against the bottom of your feet. Put socks over them to keep them in place, and remove them in the morning. There will be an indentation on your feet, which she says is not normal, and the potato slices will be a disgustingly dark color. Well, that's because they're oxidized.
Exactly.
They're exposed to the... How stupid are people?
Pretty
Really?
stupid.
Anyway, she says the toxins are removed.
So what? The potato is sucking the toxins out?
Yeah, sucking the poison out.
Yeah, I tried that potato thing and my necklace broke.
There you go. That's it. And you landed on your dog.
I did.
Another TikTok story. There's a mom who posted an angry video after she realized a toy her toddler got was telling inappropriate off-color jokes. Do you have these?
No.
Yes,
Do
I
you
have
have the jokes?
I have one joke. I have one of the
All right,
jokes.
there's one joke. This is all right. Let me explain what this is. This is a video that she posted on TikTok. She's got a plastic toy. Looks like one of those old DirecTV remotes.
Yeah, that's good.
And she's got it there, but it's got the fluffy light colors, the light blue, the pink, and it's a toy remote that plays recorded sounds, including a man talking.
Yes.
Well, they were very surprised when off-color jokes, but not really off-color as much as just inappropriate for 3 and under, which the toy's designed for, started coming out of this remote. And, well, you can hear one of them.
Here's the joke right
here.
here, yeah.
My mom hears something and she calls us all in and she's like, it just said
Well,
something
now she
about
tells
a
us she
drive-by
buries the
shooting.
lead.
Well,
You
hold
get
on.
right
I'm
to the
like,
sound.
quickly
Yeah,
now.
they do an edit once in a
No,
while.
it goes,
Guess what makes clip clop, bang bang, clip clop, clip-clop noise? An Amish drive-by shooting.
sold at Walmart. Walmart.
What? This is a toy?
Yeah, it's a toy that tells jokes.
Yeah. And it tells a joke of clip clop, and Amish drive-by shooting.
Whoa.
Yeah. Drive-by shooting jokes aren't good.
Not for a little kid.
For anybody.
She reached out to Walmart, said they've stopped selling it while they look into what happened. Walmart says the third-party seller listed it on their site, and they've stopped selling it too.
That's
Other sites have pulled it down as well. Lowe's, Macy's, Office Depot, and shophq.com. So there you have that. Weird.
Clip-clop. Clip-clop.
kind of strange. Yeah. There's another one on there that was a funny joke. I forgot what it was. But it was
Inappropriate for...
yes. A pair, this is a great story. A pair of Irish drivers settled their dispute over a parking space during Christmas week with an old-fashioned method, a game of skill. A woman recorded the battle on December 23rd when she was behind two cars battling for a parking space. The two men stuck their hands out of their car windows and settled the parking space conflict by playing rock, paper, scissors. I watched this video, and you see the hands go. You don't see exactly what it is, but then you see the one car just drive off because they lost. Here's to the people of Ireland. Fantastic.
I love it.
If we can do it all like that. Absolutely wonderful story. And now a little something. New research by a team at, there it is again, home of the condemned frat house, West Virginia University.
Woo!
And
let's go Mountaineers.
They suggest that it may be possible to turn yellow into green by recycling urine. Researchers contend that waste flushed away every day is wasted and could benefit the environment, all while providing valuable resources and profits. The way it works is you would treat your pee on site at your home. That saves money on putting it in the sewer and moving it to a waste treatment facility. After your numero uno is treated, it produces nitrogen. This urine-separating toilet's design would separate solids from liquids. That's the number 2.
Sure.
Then send the urine to a nutrient recovery unit that's either located within or attached to the toilet itself, or housed in a residential or commercial basement. How about that? The science is solid on this technology, but they still have to come up with a process that doesn't make your whole house smell like asparagus.
Oh,
there you go. I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. See, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Hit the microphone, dummy. But anyway, that's my...
Go Mountaineers.
Yeah.
I got to work into them.
They took down VW for their emissions issues. West Virginia University. They did that.
That's right. I remember that.
Now Big P.
Hey, we've gone viral. We'll talk about that when we come back.
Michael Mara, New Orleans, Sharon Bailey, Angeline, Jim Amato, Dennis Murphy, Polly, Christine, Oscar, Shannon, Pony, Carrie, Dan O'Brien, Shirts So Scary. Get your tickets while you can. Say hello to Tony Lamb, Goose Cerrito, Skinny Rob, Chris Pontani, Condo Bob, Carla, Twitch, and Dirk and Reese, and 1,000 Stephanies.
Come out and see the whole gang at the TMOS Live Show, April 15th, 2023 at the House of Blues in New Orleans, Louisiana. For tickets, go to MikeO'MaraShow.com. We'll see you there.
Last day to get your tickets is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Last day to get your tickets
Midnight,
is
right?
tomorrow. No, we're lying. You can buy them, slackers. Buy our tickets, goddammit. I'm starting to get pissed off. A message from Sleep Number. Quality sleep is important as we start a new year with new resolutions. It can help you reach the goals that are important to you by making positive impacts on your overall health and mental well-being. Make sleep your number one goal, whether you've set out to exercise more, eat healthier, or parent with patience. Most of your resolutions benefit from quality sleep. Resolve to get your bedroom sleep ready by clearing the clutter and removing electronics that may give off stimulating blue light. Look for things that can help you track your sleep, like Sleep Number 360 smart beds with Sleep IQ technology that can show you how long, how well, and when you slept. Remember to keep the thermostat a neutral 65 to 68 degrees at night, which is ideal for sleep, and wear breathable fabric pajamas and nightwear, in Rob's case, with the feet.
Yes,
to keep from overeating.
Always.
Oh, you got to overheating, not overeating.
Well, that helps too.
They're always hungry.
Yes, my feet are hungry.
Wear the right pajamas to keep from overeating.
My hungry feet.
My sleep. Look, second day back. Okay. My Sleep Number.
Remember when his feet used to be hungry? They were huge.
They were.
He'd have these big, like, clown feet on the bottom of his. Well, if you've ever seen A Christmas Story, it's the same thing. It just didn't have the ears.
Yeah.
It was a pink onesie.
The hard part was teaching them to chew.
It was tough. My Sleep Number setting is now an 85. Carla's remains a 65. Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? It's simple, people, because to be your best every day, you need proven quality sleep every night. Discover special offers now for a limited time at your local Sleep Number store or at sleepnumber.com/TMOS. Yeah, I came in here today and I had no earthly idea what was going on. And then the fellers were telling me about the fact that we popped a little TikTok video that got a lot of attention yesterday.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah, so yesterday's show, Rob was kind of to give us the unfortunate update on his son's living conditions
Right.
at said frat house at West Virginia University, which we've chronicled had multiple issues in the past.
Although a guy did mention that if you get your house condemned 3 times, you get a free textbook.
Yay!
So,
yes,
thumbnail is-
macroeconomics.
His son joins a frat. He moves into the frat house, off campus,
Unsanctioned.
frat
Right.
house. And as a WVU alum, I know the street he's on. I know where he lives. I know the housing there. It has not changed in 20 years.
Right.
And I sat there and I said, after the first condemning,
Yeah.
I said, hey man, like this is offline. I was like, you might want to get him out of that house because this is a recipe that is known at any multiple college campuses is probably not going to get better.
But to be fair, the
Yeah.
first condemnation, if that's such a word, the first time it was condemned, it had not been
Structural.
maintained.
It was structural.
No,
No?
not that time.
Okay.
The first time it was because they hadn't maintained it over the summer.
Correct.
There was like trash that needed to be taken out,
Yeah,
grass
yeah, the
needed
grass
to be cut.
and they had all these
sidewalk needed to be. It was
citations against.
yeah.
Yes.
It was not.
Was
it was
there
not,
anybody living in it?
not
during
over the
summer?
summer. Not
No.
over the
All
summer.
right.
So then the second time it was structural.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so-
Electrical and
Yeah,
lots of good things.
And well, we didn't realize, and Rob's.
So this management company is a bunch of asshats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But also Rob's kid is still a kid, right? He's
Yeah.
what, how old now?
20.
Okay, so he's still a kid.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to go back, home to his nest, so he goes back. I had thought all the brothers came back, but only 5 ended up coming back to the house. And over the break, unfortunately, it looks like the management company didn't take care of their end of, keeping the house up and running because you have to keep your heat on. You got to keep,
An open faucet.
an open faucet with the drip going.
Yeah, just my opinion, when you got a house that has pipe heat and you turn off the heat in sub-freezing temperatures, pretty stupid thing to do.
Yeah, but they did save $80 on a heating bill.
The pipes burst,
Yeah.
destroy,
Flooded.
flooded all the belongings of the current residents of the home. And Rob shares the story with us yesterday. We put that little TikTok up segment of the show with the picture of the house. And as of tape time this afternoon, we have roughly 53,000 views on just TikTok alone.
You
I'm not counting
never
them,
know.
yeah.
You never know.
You never know.
I love the comments, Mike, because
The
I
comments
like to dive deep into this and engage. People are tripling down that this is typical at WVU
Obviously, people are relating to
for
this.
off-campus housing. Others are bemoaning the fact that this happened to their house at other campuses. So we've got a ton of new listeners chiming in here, especially college kids. There are some butthurt, as the junkies like to say, frat brothers saying, "Will you please put up the picture of the right house?" So because
What, do we have a picture of the wrong house?
we have a picture of the house, but not the updated house, like the updated facade and I guess
I would think that would be
accoutrement
impossible
to the
find a
house.
picture of the house updated because
Well,
the house has never been updated.
What we like to do is, Mike, is we chose a picture that was perhaps the funniest picture
Yes.
we could find.
That.
But he was ideally hoping, like during the heyday of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yes.
Yes.
When that picture was taken?
Yeah,
No,
so
that's what we were hoping
We were
for.
hoping. The date
What
on
was
this
it taken?
picture on the copyright is June 12th, 2016.
Oh.
And there you have it.
Wow.
Certain election that year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true,
Yeah.
honey.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
Strange.
yesterday, 2016.
Yeah.
You know what movie I watched last night?
What?
Race.
Oh.
2016.
Oh, wow.
It was
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
2016
yeah, yeah,
movie
yeah.
about Jesse Owens
Yeah, yeah.
and what he went through at the Ohio State University. When did you get back?
Did it?
When did you get back?
Did it cover his Olympic
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
Oh, good.
it's the
Good.
story of him going to Ohio State, setting these records, and then going over to Nazi Germany at the time to participate.
Was it 1936, I believe?
36 Olympics.
Yeah. He's also exploring what is known as Mike dropping his letters.
Yes.
So he might be leaving the fraternity.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's very
Has he had
dissatisfied.
it?
He's very dissatisfied with everything, and I really can't blame him.
Well, I'll do a little research and I'll give him a call and let him know.
You
what
call
old Uncle
Robert?
Mike thinks
Well,
about it.
remember
I'll call
when-
Robert and just say, "Hey, get out of there! Get out of there right
Get
away."
the hell out of there.
Remember when Mike had to leave Mike's Bikes and he was the
I
chapter
do.
president?
Mhm, yes.
That is so prominent. Oh my God! Wow!
I told you.
Wow!
They're lucky we didn't use that picture.
So you never saw that when you
I
were
did
down
not.
there.
No.
Yeah, probably
But
isn't there.
I would think
mean,
perhaps someone
obviously.
wrote them a letter, or you could have been taken down by the flood.
Yeah, it's next to the wall-mounted air conditioner, though.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. That's
Well,
incredible.
everybody,
By the way, when,
good luck
the
to
one thing-
everybody. Yes.
The one thing I didn't tell you though, when he gets that money refund,
Yeah.
it's going to be Confederate money.
Oh, no.
Anyway, that's it. We got to take a break.
Almost
And,
worthless.
Yes. There you go. Here you go. There he is. Stonewall Jacket. We'll take a
Do you
break.
have a picture of the backyard with the statues?
When we come back, we will talk to Oscar Santana about his recent California trip right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Oh, it's your paisan Paulie. I know it's been a long time since you heard from me, but the boss sent out a proclamation that we all have to listen to. Now, he wants you to share the show. That means let your friends tell their friends and their other friends that the Mike O'Mara Show is on the air. And they can go to TMOS.com to check out the bonus show. And they can go on the TikTok and the Instagram for snippets of the show. Do it today, the boss asked you. And let your friends be a friend of ours. Capiche? We now return you to the man, the myth, the legend,
Rob.
Mike O'Mara.
Oh God, where did you get that opera?
That is
my
that is
God.
from the original soundtrack of Citizen Kane.
Wow.
And it's not proper. It's not proper. It's not
Wow.
proper opera.
Hey, the new year is here, and there is no better way to kick off 2023 than by making sure you're feeling like your best self. Liquid IV is the category-winning hydration brand fueling your well-being. And their hydration multiplier just may be the one product you're missing in your daily routine. In just one stick, you get 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster hydration than water alone. Use it first thing in the morning before a workout, when you feel run down after a long night out and on long flights. Liquid IV is made with premium ingredients and is non-GMO and free from gluten, dairy, and soy. Plus, Liquid IV is on a mission to change the world. Liquid IV has donated over 25 million servings in over 50 countries around the world. Plus, it's convenient and oh, so delicious. It's the best way to start your day. So be like me. Drink Liquid IV. Grab your Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com. And we thank you. Yeah, I hope he gets out of that.
I do too.
Fraternity.
I
That
do
would
too.
be,
The fact that because if the house is condemned,
Yeah.
and they don't revamp it,
There's no home base.
There's no home base,
Yeah.
and it's kind of pointless.
The mountain layer is fun, but you can only, hang out around the Sbarro.
Yeah,
so
well,
many
he's
times.
going to have his own place.
Yeah.
And also the fact is that he's made a lot of connections already, and he can always say, yeah, I was a member of Alpha
This is
Sig. If it goes-
Revenge of the Nerds, like when the Alpha Betas burned their house down.
Exactly. Whatever
And
that
then they
means.
took over the Tri-Delta house. Right, Pony?
And
Yeah, I remember that.
It's funny. It's such a brief time in your life.
But it's
as
so
somebody who
important.
is,
It's so important
well,
at
in
the
my
time.
brother-in-law's case,
Yeah.
he's been lifelong. His friends
Yeah.
he's in his 70s now, and he still gets together with his frat buddies from his college days, which is kind of
And
cool.
they sing
Me,
songs.
I never. They sing songs naked.
Yes. That celebrate heritage.
Kathy hates it though because she has to wipe the hair off the seats. I don't know what that meant. Anyway,
I think I know what it means.
Yeah. So here's the deal, Oscar. How did you do? That is a long time to be with family.
Yes.
Yes.
Even in your close knit group,
Yes.
that is a long trip. And then you returned last evening, got in at 10 p.m.
Yes.
After practically a month with your family out there in California. Pretty cool.
I think this is the longest we've spent together. So, Mike, you're right. I think a total of 13 days, almost 2 weeks.
Wow.
Wow.
Right?
And you took 36 hours off to come
and
home.
I flew back, and I went back. I don't. This is going to sound crazy, but this with the kids at 13 and 17, respectfully, and then a 6-year-old,
respectively.
Damn it, respectively. Never going to learn that.
That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah, that's the one thing that trips them up.
Yep. Good to be back, fellas. Good to be back.
And now back to
I feel like I come back from my family a little more foreign because nobody's correcting anybody.
So you're out there. So that was the one takeaway, right?
Yeah, nobody really knows.
Did you do any LA Oscar stuff when you were out there?
No, the only LA Oscar thing I did was take the kids to Universal Hollywood. And the other thing was spending Christmas on the beach.
Oh, that's
Christmas
cool.
Day on the beach. It was 76 degrees.
That's awesome.
And we were on the beach attempting to play volleyball. When I say attempting to play volleyball, because the kids are very athletic. Shannon and I have minimal mobility. My parents watching along, and then everyone else just wondering, hey, when is someone going to get hurt? You know what I mean?
The sister and bro-in-law, were they
they're playing along.
At the hospital?
No, they're there.
They're at the hospital prepping a room.
This is I remember looking at the water and the mountains and saying, I can't believe people get to do this.
Yeah.
Every year. Or every day.
Beautiful.
And I've never, Mike, you're in Florida.
Yeah.
When you have good weather, which we had for half of our trip.
Yeah.
It's intoxicating.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
100%.
And the good news about Florida, especially right after Christmas, because a lot of people go home back east, back north.
We're going back.
But then they get back down here, and I think most people are here for the season right now in Southwest Florida.
When did you decide?
Good for you.
And just I don't look. There's a lot of things that went right and wrong in Los Angeles. Don't get me wrong. A quick pro tip I should give you all.
Yeah.
For Universal Studios, and Mike, you can tell me this.
Don't go right after New Year's.
No, that's fine. That was the worst thing I could have ever done. I think that's a given.
That's fine.
Crowds.
I'm talking about the crowds are terrible, but the Fast Pass or Unlimited Express is what I sprung for because I just didn't want to wait.
And how much are they charging for that now?
$370 a person.
$370 a person?
Yes.
And that's over on top the ticket price to get in.
No, that's including the ticket.
Oh, that's okay. Then it's not as ridiculous. But
yeah, but I mean, what would
it
be to get in the park without that? How much would it be per person?
130.
Over double.
130. Over double. 140, 130.
All right. That's the way it is.
But
everything in America.
The first ride that we went to was a 180-minute wait.
3 hours.
3 hours. We got through it in 5 minutes. Second ride we went to was a 160-minute wait, and we got through it in 5 minutes.
Now, their system...
Wait. You're saying what do you mean?
The Express Pass takes you straight to the front zero line.
Oh, so you're beating 1 hour and 60 minutes?
Yes, 1 hour and 30 minutes. 1 hour and 60 minutes.
Okay.
Different rides one had a 3 hour wait. We got in 5 minutes.
Now, do they have a thing where you have to make an appointment?
Wouldn't 1 hour and 80 minutes technically be 2 hours and 20 minutes?
No. 60 plus 60 is 120, and another 60 is 180. 3 hours.
180. Okay. All right. Sorry.
Do you go directly to the front of the line?
Our time, Mr. Hand.
Do you go to the front of the line, or do you have to make an appointment?
Hold on. I'm dumb. So if it says 180 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
All right.
So, yeah,
106 minutes is
60 and 60 is 120. That's 2 hours.
Right, and then you add 60 more is 180.
Yeah, so it's 3 hours.
It's a 3 hour wait.
3 hour wait.
So 180 minutes. Why are they calling it 180?
Because that's what they show you.
Because it sounds shorter when you say 180 minutes.
Is that so they really pull that?
My nephew says 180 minutes. I was like, what are you talking about?
So they show it in minutes instead of hours.
And there's a sign that says 180-minute wait.
Yeah, from this point.
From this point.
And you zip right in with
5
these passes.
minutes.
And so you don't need to have an appointment. You just go to the front of the line. That's
it's just
beautiful.
Express line, go.
That's the difference between Universal and the crappy Disney experience.
Yep. That's why I wanted to ask you.
Genie.
What goes
Lick
on?
my bag, Genie.
What goes on at Disney?
It sucks. You have to
you're given a time window, right?
You've got a window where you have to. I don't even remember it. It hurts my brain to even think about it. I'm trying to remember what it was.
What was the wait with the fast pass you purchased?
I waited an hour for a few rides, an hour and a half for a couple of others.
Yeah,
and he waited 25 minutes.
Fast pass.
It was Genie though, right? So Genie
it was the Genie thing where you do that. You can also spend like $1,000
per ticket
per person.
Yeah, no, that's
to
too
go
much.
in. No,
It's crazy.
It's a better experience. Always has been at Universal. Yeah. They don't give a rat's ass about you at Disney.
Now,
they don't.
Doesn't Disney? You had to make an appointment and still wait to throw up, right?
I did, because that was the ride I threw up on, and thank you. And thank you for bringing that up again. The ride I threw up on was the most popular ride. It was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Guardians
of the Galaxy.
It was what was the ride called? Guardians of the Galaxy Induced Vomiting.
I can tell you, I don't have the perspective.
I'll never go again. I'll never
Disney.
be in a Disney park in my life.
But Universal, for the money, to ride every ride in that park,
right,
for that amount of money. And like you don't have to hear the bemoaning or whining or my phone's dying
or just the moaning
or whatever, right?
People bemoan the moaning.
What's a bemoan?
But it's a different kind of verb.
Okay, well the moaning, right? Yeah. So you don't have to hear.
We bemoaned the long wait.
Or the groan. Is it groans?
Moans and groans.
Moans and groans. Okay. Now I'm questioning myself.
And people say it a lot, bemoan.
So,
and they say that a lot.
Or you don't have to worry about if we decide to ride this ride, we're not going to be able to ride that ride.
Because you've got the pass.
You've got the Limited Express.
So worth it.
Worth it.
It does sound worth it.
Worth
actually.
it.
What was the best ride
for the fam?
Yes, the Jurassic Park, the new water ride they have.
Did you go on Revenge of the Mummy?
Yes, we did.
Isn't that a great? Where it goes backwards.
Still rules.
Yeah,
Still rules.
I mean, when I was a younger man with my daughters, when they were younger, I went on that. Now I'd throw up. So you had a good trip with the family.
That's great.
The only downside was that Super Mario World was not open yet, but next time.
You could bring your costume you wore back at that big old Duke's party.
Mario.
Yeah, but don't talk with an accent; you'll get canceled.
How is the town? I got nothing. We'll be right back, everybody.
Welcome to Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve on ABC. I'm Twitch in Times Square, and we're just about ready to ring in the new year. To count it down for us, America's favorite teenager. Let's kick it back to the studio in the undead corpse of Dick Clark. While Dick is getting ready to ring in the new year, I wanted to remind you that it's not too late to make your resolution to subscribe to the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. All the details are at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
You know he had to have an adult beverage to come up with that one.
I like it, though.
KiwiCo knows a thing or two about delivering moments of discovery through fun, hands-on projects. Each month, they will deliver cool science, technology, and art projects for kids. There is something for every kid. From easy-to-follow instructions to kid-friendly materials, KiwiCo delivers everything needed to tinker and build straight to your door. Everything needed to tinker and build?
Yeah.
Straight to your door?
They deliver everything.
Did they say that or did you say that?
They said that.
Help them. Anyway, cultivate your child's natural creativity and curiosity to tinker and build.
Yes.
Straight to your door.
Yes.
KiwiCo delivers everything you need. Okay, I'm not going to dwell on it. We're in the middle of it. Be a pro, Mike. Be a pro. Cultivate your child's natural creativity and curiosity by giving them tools to tinker and build, with skills to make new connections to the world of tinkering around them. Discover the science of rainbows by making rainbow-themed art while exploring color theory. Explore engineering and the physics behind dominoes by building a real domino machine, and more. It can be hard to find creative ways to keep your children busy and challenged. KiwiCo does the legwork for you, so you can spend quality time tackling projects together. Plus, there's no commitment. Pause or cancel anytime. Make 2023 the year of discovery with KiwiCo. Get 50% off your first month on any crate line at kiwico.com/TMOS. That's 50% off your first month at KIWICO.com/TMOS. Help me to help you. Help me to help you, please.
I'll tinker with the copy.
We call this stereophonic sound.
Soundtown.
Mike,
Who had one day? Who had one day?
Yeah, we just have to, tick those numbers up on your meds. It'll be okay.
Mike,
Yeah, maybe.
I hold in my hand.
God, that's all right. Mike would love to read 3.5 hours of copy. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
I hold in my hand the first parody record of 2023. And
Send it to me. I will write it up. What?
I hold in my hand the first parody record of 2023.
Okay, I'll get it ready.
And
I'll
it's
get it
great,
ready.
Mike, because it's as hot as today's headline.
A speaker has not been elected. A speaker has not been elected.
How come the House can't find a speaker? McCarthy must really be a stinker. 6 votes and there is still no Speaker of the House.
A speaker has not been elected.
That's all I needed.
Now,
that
when
was good.
when I clicked on it, I thought they would do Leader of the Pack, the old song.
Yes,
but it's
yes,
Speaker
that
of
was
the
better.
House. Yeah,
that was better. And Speaker of the House. They went backwards to back to front, which is the way they should do.
Now, are you familiar with the Instagram bad word challenge?
No.
You go to a youngster and you say, "Hey, if I promise you won't get in trouble, what is the one bad word you want to say?" And you get a kid to cuss.
Oh my God, I gotta take her for that one. I might try that in the car in about 25 minutes.
I think that it's probably not the best way to, get your kid. But anyway, this kid, her name is Hazel. Hooray for Hazel. She's a little girl.
Yeah.
She turns the tables on her mom.
If you could say one bad word without getting in trouble, what would it be?
I want to say a nice word, baby shark.
Okay.
Oh.
I like that choice.
She wants to say a nice word. She wants to say baby shark.
Baby shark.
Yeah,
God bless.
super
Well,
sweet.
she's a little bitty. She doesn't know the bad stuff yet. Try it with a 9-year-old. Now we're rocking.
I tried it with Robert. He wouldn't shut up. He just kept saying word after word after
Well,
word.
his house was condemned. You got to give him a break.
I understand.
you know?
Now, Oscar has given me grief for years that I buy DVDs because he says I can stream all that
I
stuff.
think it's strange.
Yeah, but what happens if things are pulled from the streaming service? And Mike, this made me think of you and Michael. Warner Brothers pulled 256 Looney Tune cartoons off of HBO Max.
Is there a reason for it?
Financial licensing. They pulled it.
But they're putting it on their own platform.
Yeah, but
still, my son watches repeat Looney Tunes every morning before school. That's what he watches in the morning when he's eating his breakfast. That's his chill out relaxation. It's
perfect.
And they're hysterical, but I don't know what network it's on. It's on one of the network channels.
Oh, it's on a network channel. They've also
Yeah.
pulled, HBO Max has also pulled seasons 4 through 6 of the Flintstones, which is weird because that they would not pull the entire thing or leave it be. But this is why, Oscar, I have the DVDs. If I want to learn about the Great Gazoo, I can go watch it now because I have it in my basement. You have to.
Valuable.
You can't rely on other people. But for those who are looking for Warner Brothers cartoons,
And that's all, folks.
they're gone.
But
They're gone.
If I'm not, they're pulling them to put on their own streaming.
Yeah, but if you, let's say, subscribe to HBO Max and that's one of the things that you wanted to get it for, it's just a microcosm. It's just an example. It's not there anymore.
They do the big push and then they take them off.
But by his logic, they're still online.
Well, yeah, but not if you don't have the service. If you bought that, they just took it away.
Of course, I never
they
said
gave you
everything was-
something.
You can get them on YouTube.
I never thought everything was free.
No, you see, they're playing fast and loose with the rules. They
What
gave
he
you cartoons
wants-
and took them
he
away.
wants to possess them.
Yes.
Either in his basement
Yes.
or on a service that he can eat.
That you can trust. You
Right,
can't trust
you can
HBO
trust.
Max.
No,
they,
you can't.
They said, here, Oscar, what if I gave you $1?
It's what you always used to say about retail.
Yes,
That's
they're
how
out to get
they
you. That's how they get you. And that's how HBO got Mike.
But Mike's not upset about it.
Well, I am.
Okay.
And I'm
Yeah,
upset
I
for my
don't
godson.
particularly care. I've got Showtime and I've got George and Tammy.
You should have your son watch George and Tammy every morning.
Oh, we had to turn it down a couple of times. Carla hates it when the sex scenes come on. She's like, turn it down.
All right, and let's
Oh,
close.
you were
with
talking about his balls 20 minutes ago and you want me to turn down the sex scene? Okay, double standard.
Let's close with this. This, again, is the Ring doorbell coming to the rescue when a delivery man comes to a door at a Great Britain house, and the kid thinks it's his dad, but it's not his dad. The thing that's really questionable here is the nickname the kid has for his father.
Hi, butt cheek.
He calls his dad Butt Cheek.
Wow. Sounds like he's a little bitty, too.
Yeah, he's not big, but let's hear how it plays out.
Hi, butt cheek. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's a delivery driver. Oh, that's your parcel gone. If you're going to be rude to the delivery driver.
Hi, Butt Cheek.
Is that another country, obviously?
That's Great Britain. Yeah.
Okay, it's the UK. My son, I was thinking about the nickname Michael has for me that he started calling me, and we nipped that in the bud.
What is that?
Patricia.
That's all I got, Mike.
Thank you. I swear to God, it pissed me off. He said, you are not calling me that anymore.
He really called you Patricia?
Yeah, he said, yeah, bye, Patricia. And then I said, I don't want him. I said to Carla, I don't want him calling me that anymore. And she said, how about Felicia? It's a big conspiracy. That's only going to get worse. That's the way that's
Patricia.
That's it. We got what a slog. Anyway, that's it. We got to get out of here. We'll be back with a brand new episode tomorrow. Thanks for all those views on TikTok, people. Keep it up, all right? And more to come. We do it every day.
Share it,
and get more listeners for the show. We'll see you tomorrow. Weird day for me. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, this is Mike O'Mara bemoaning the fact that we can't do 3.5 more hours for you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.
Respectfully.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hello, everyone. This is Donald Trump. Hopefully your favorite president of all time, better than Lincoln, better than Washington.
What a crock of